Adelaide versus Geelong will be an interesting match, but Geelong looked they struggled. You mean Geelong looked like they struggled? I'm making a new line of dynamic pool. He's been on 80 times. I gotta do it again. I just call you Dynami. Yeah, Dynami. Forget the rest of the name, it's too long. So I got more space on the line. That's 81 times now. Struggled against Melbourne even though they won. Well, the Crows were. It's were, you stupid idiots. What do you mean where? Did you do this on purpose? Why is the grammar so bad? It's another time. Were unlucky to not bet the Suns. You're saying the Crows are going to bet on the Suns? What, isn't that match fixing? That's ridiculous. You're saying they would lose to the Suns on purpose just to fix the match? So you are claiming that the Adelaide Crows bet on the Gold Coast Suns and they lost. So they fixed this match. So they paid the ref to lose the match. That's why the Adelaide fans didn't know about it. That's why they complained about the results, about the umpiring. Because they were not let in on the deal that the Crows players threw the game on purpose because they bet on Gold Coast. Those are some wild allegations, my friend. You're on the list for wasting police time. And you said Crows by 13. That's the fourth time. Quality will be without Houston and Degoe, so might struggle against one side who's missing a lot. It's actually two words, mate. It's aid and lot. Of their... it's the wrong there again. It's the wrong there again. What you've said is, there, stars. Hey, look, there's stars over there. That's what you've said. 6 times now. 6 times. I've got a headache. But Smash North, for Collingwood is a much better side, and even though they won't have Degoe or Houston, they'll be too strong. It's the wrong 2, mate. It's the wrong 2 for Sydney. Collingwood by 21 points. Gold Coast got over the Crows in the best game of the year. I had to double check that Collingwood won, sorry. It's game of the year so far. North played pathetic against Sydney and showed me as a North supporter why we're shit and at best are a bottom 2 side. I see Gold Coast dominating this match. North have no chance in this game. Gold Coast with 49 points. Not too bad. Carlton are 0-4. They take on the Eagles, who's always 0-4. I see the Eagles giving Carlton a good game, but Carlton being too strong in this match. They were too strong, yes. Look, if Carlton doesn't win this game, I could see them losing. I could see him losing his job. Because if Carlton's 0-5, I doubt the Carlton faithful will have much faith in him. Carlton by 15 points. The Lions take on the Bulldogs at Norwood Oval, and arguably one of the games of the round. I can see this being a very tight consent. This is definitely on purpose, bro. There's no way. There's no way this guy is this stupid. A very tight consent. Consent. Are you sure you want to do Are you sure you want to do this? Yes, I consent. It's 20 times now, but including the other time, it's 100 times. You're on the list 100 times. I can see this being a very tight consent. Look, even though the Bulldogs are missing their... For flip's sake! Why can't I read 3 lines without a grammar error? Why can't I read three lines? Just 3 lines. I can't be arsed. I've been sitting here almost 2 hours doing this nonsense. My days. It's another 10 times for that. They're big name players. The way they've... So you know Dave. You know Dave. I'm surprised you know Dave. You don't know there, but you know Dave. For flip's sake. You've used the word correctly. Been playing is phenomenal. You spelled that right. That's good. They were they were very unlucky not to beat the Dockers last week. That's another 5 times. Oh my days. The Lions are 4-0, but don't see them getting a win over the Bulldogs. Bulldogs by 3 points in a thriller. The Lions won there, mate, so that's one more time. My days, that paragraph was the worst thing I've ever read in my life. Essendon taking on Melbourne. I see the Bombers beating the Demons comfortably. You did beat them, and it was pretty comfortable. My head is gone. I can't even. Yeah, it's time for Goodwin to go. It's pathetic alongside Inkley and Voss. Question is who will be sacked first out of the 3. Essendon make the Demons 0-5. Essendon by 20 points. Fremantle won a tight match against the Bulldogs last week, and they've got Richmond, who are back to being shit as usual. Fremantle will win this match very comfortably against the Tigers. Fremantle by 31 points, so not too bad. St Kilda v GWS. We're finally near the end of this monstrosity of a comment. My days, why is it so much longer? St Kilda vs GWS will be a very tight game. The Saints were inversive. That's 9 times. 9 times. 45 times plus the 80 from before. Against the Power beating them in a ground where they have struggled at in the past. But this game is at Norwood, and I just see the Saints getting a win in this one. GWS, who have played well so far, won't have enough to beat the Saints. St Kilda by 8 points. That's another time. The rematch of last year's semi-final, that was a thriller. What will happen in the encounter? I'll tell you what will happen. The Hawks will smash the Power, because the Power is in the bin. With Hinkley, they're going nowhere. I think there's a couple commas and full stops that should have been, but we'll ignore that. He needs to go give the keys to Josh Carr and move on, you greedy Pepsi can idiots. Hawthorn will win this very easily, no chance for Ports. The club is in shambles, and with Hinkley at the wheel, won't be doing anything this year if he isn't moved on before the end of the year. Well, he is leaving. Hawthorn by 30 points. Enjoy gather round, David, mate. Smile on Sunday night as you'll see your Hawks win in person for the first time. You mean the second time? I'll watch the win against Gold Coast 2022. You legend. Meanwhile, I got to watch by... Again, North OL will be good in a few years, hopefully. Well, I did see Hawthorn win before, so that's another time. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 3, 4, 5, 9. So 45, 47 times. I thought it was more than that for some reason. I thought it was like 50. All right, 47 times plus 80. 127 times. My days.
You just made the list! 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 You just made the list!